The Coromandel Peninsula is known for many things, but to be honest, there aren't many things in that area that interest me, such as the nature of being a city boy, only I wasn't born and raised in South Detroit. Some things that I did enjoy include the eels that were swimming in the river near our accommodation, as well as the ferry at Whitianga, this weird spinny thing at the nearby playground, and the main subject of this video, the Driving Creek Railway. This is a fascinating 15-inch gauge railway built by the late Barry Brickell, a potter who moved over from Auckland in 1961. He built the railway as a means of getting terracotta clay from the hills down to his pottery studio, and although he started giving rides to visitors in the early 1980s, Driving Creek didn't officially open to the public until 1990. Sadly, Barry passed away in 2016, but his incredible efforts in railway construction and pottery will never be forgotten. I was lucky enough to revisit the DCR in January 2024, and for a variety of reasons, I think this is one of the most unique railways in the entire country, if not the most unique. 3 diesel railcars are used to provide the passenger service on this line, and they were all built at the railway's own workshops. Their names are Snake, Possum, and Linx. The one I rode on was number 3, Snake, a 3-section articulated railcar built in 1992. This was 2 years after the DCR officially opened as a tourist operation, and she was built to cope with increased passenger numbers. The name Snake is most appropriate for a line with so many twists and turns, and this railcar can accommodate at least 34 passengers. Possum is a single-unit railcar with seating for only 14 passengers, and she was originally built as an 18-seater passenger coach in 1982, not being converted into a self-propelled railcar until 1994. On the day I visited, Possum was being used to take people up to the zipline platforms. The DCR team installed a series of ziplines in the time since I last visited the railway in July 2017. Linx was built in 2004, and she's the newest member of the DCR's fleet. She's essentially an updated version of Snake's design, with self-steering bogies being a notable feature. From what I could gather, Snake and Linx are the same size with the same seating capacity as each other. Oddly enough, the shape of Snake and Linx's cabs remind me of the Z3 class trams over in Melbourne. The DCR also has 2 locomotives, namely Diesel Mouse and Elephant, which were built in 1979 and 1980 respectively. I don't know if Diesel Mouse is ever used these days, but Elephant takes the maintenance train, and I actually got footage of her moving on this trip, although it was just a light engine shunt in the depot. The driver gave a live commentary as the railcar went along the line, and as one might expect, these railcars are very cramped indeed.
Very close to the hill on the right here. The other train went up to the zip line, so I just stopped, changed the point over. The other train went up with all the zip liners, so I just stopped, changed the point over. Over to my right, the workshop. When we build all the trains, we have 5 trains, 3 passenger trains, 2 work trains. I'll just go slow for these points. Coming up, number 1 bridge on the property. 10 bridges, 3 tunnels, 5 reversing points, 2 spirals, and the Eyefull Tower. If you have a look right up to my left, you'll see a big platform up there. That's for the zip liners. We have 8 platforms. There's zip liners up the hill at the moment. If we see them, we'll stop, watch one go down. This is our older train. It's driven by chains. The one coming down the hill is all modern. It's hydraulic. We'll modernise this one sometime. Right, boys, does this one go down? See, it's more zip liners up the hill, but watch this one go. Woohoo!
There were several engineering challenges that Barry faced during the DCR's construction, and the trains have to go through 5 switchbacks in order to gain height and reach the terminus. The steepest grade on this line is 1 in 15, but there is no rack and pinion system here, and we'll see my favourite structure a little later on. It's the double-decker viaduct built in 1991.
Up to my left, platform. So if you go on the zip line, you get a train ride up. You go from platform to platform, you go on 2 walking tracks, and you have 2 guides. Coming up to our first reversing point, it's called Railcars. In the early days, when they were building this area, they'd have barbecues up here after work, have a few drinks, and rave a lot. So they named it Ravington. They planted some of the big pine trees up here that are well over 100 years old. And it was the farmers, not the gold miners, who destroyed most of the cow around the Coromandel. They burnt 90% down to make way for farms. Over 100 years ago, all of this was hilly farmland, right up to the late 60s. Now we're a regenerated bush. That's an easy way to get up a hill, just zig zag. Up here on my left, behind this pine tree, have a look down there, you'll see 2 sets of rails. Look at the height we gain on this little big thing. The only way to gain height is this area. Photo opportunity if you like one. In a few seconds we'll Helen Mason Pond. She was a very famous potter. Used to live here in the early days. This is a natural spring. Sitting backwards, your left. Back of the train, your right now. Up the third tunnel, everything inside, very close. Good religion already. Everything inside. Zip line is over to my left. Down to my right, we have a candy bar guard within a she's holding a seal. Second tunnel, this one is very close. Like going to an entrance to a gold mine, same design. Coming up to our unique double deck bridge. This goes around a great big horseshoe, comes up the top, very close. Up to my left on the bridge, here's our bridge inspector, still hanging around as usual. She's been there 30 years. Steal the cobwebs. We also make our own bricks here at Driving Creek, nice rich colours. We have a kiln that holds 3,000. I made those years. As you can see here, thirsty work. Building away. Very thirsty work. We're on our upper spiral. We hop on the bridge. Not a bad photo. Better and better. No, higher we go. In a few seconds, over to my right, the Hauraki Gulf, one of the islands, that's Goat Island, behind that's Waiheke Island. Behind Waiheke, Auckland, a lot of Goat Islands around New Zealand. To my left, beer bottle wall, beer bottles only. As we go around here, say hi. A wine bottle around the corner, a tyre. A lot of people drop off empty wine, get the tyres from the refuge station, so it's all free, so it's a bit of late. It's a good way to hold up the bank, but you have to have dirt in the tyres or it won't work. Around the corner, some more excellent recycling. On my right, the nice Miro Tanikaha. Tanikaha is a celery pine. It's softwood. If you're sitting backwards, in a few seconds look to your left, the rest of you to your right. Good photo, number 3. Come to a stop, swap ends, carrying up the hill. What a view! But it gets better and better. So higher we go. Go through the tunnel, very close. Like being inside a wine barrel. Down to my right, that's me with the hat and the sunglasses. We've got our faces covered in plaster. And they made it into pottery. Right, we're going to stop here for a few minutes. If you like a quick photo, then we'll hop back in, we'll go up the tower, we'll spend more time up at the tower.
Just beyond the third tunnel, the railcar stops at this little platform so that the passengers can hop off and take photographs. And indeed, I saw people getting their photographs taken in front of the tunnel portal. I was pleasantly surprised to see this platform, as it didn't exist when I last visited Driving Creek.
We planted 27,000 native trees on the 60-acre property. 9,000 of those are kauri trees. The oldest kauri on the property is 50, our youngest 12, the oldest one in New Zealand is over 2,000 years old. So these have a long way to go yet. Named Pani Mahuta, just up north towards Dargaville, over 2,000 years old. Steepest railway in the country, steepest grade is 1 in 15. Well, the best view of the road. Right across the other side, right over, that's the eastern side of Waiheke. Waiheke very close, very big. Some of the islands, the Hauraki Gulf, down by the bar there, Coromandel Peninsula. Okay, go up to our second best view, the front of the part of the train. This is your best view. And we're going up this. When we get up to the tower, we'll travel under 3 when you hop out, and you have a choice. You can walk around the outside ramp, or you can go straight up the middle up the stairs and all ends up the same place. When you hop on the deck of the tower, and the corner is a painting that shows you where everything is and what their names are. When the other train is ready to come up, I'll ring a bell, maybe 10, 12 minutes or so. That's the time to come back down to the train.
No problem.
The Driving Creek Railway ends at the Eyefull Tower. That's spelt Eyefull in this case. This structure offers a very good view of Coromandel Town and the Firth of Thames. The tower was built in 2004, and its design is based on the Bean Rock Lighthouse in Auckland. While most of the passengers went up to the viewing platform, I stayed down below to get some static shots of Snake idling at the platform. After a layover that lasted roughly 13 minutes, it was time to rejoin the railcar for the return trip to the pottery studio.
When Barry surveyed the line, he got to the tower. While we're building the tower, he surveyed behind it, but it was all too steep. So we're going the same way. We've got things to show you on the way down. So Barry's vision for the place when he bought it was to build a pottery, where artists from all over the world could come and work and live for a while. To build a narrow gauge railway, 15-inch gauge, just to get the clay and plywood down to the pottery in the early days, and to replant the 60 acres with native trees. So that was his vision. Down the line, every so often you'll see a box. They have an air gun. There's one here by the shed. They're trapped for rats and soap. The yellow cylinders you see around is the wasp, with wasp kill bees. And the blue containers have a bit of apple in them. They're trapped for possums. down until then, usually you can hook up. Now my right. Okay, going through the tunnel, very close here. Up here on my left, on that shed, the sign that says protected open space. Barry put the property in the National Trust. One of the things with the trust is you can't chop down native trees, they'll always stay. Barry died at the age of 80 from cancer, never got married, no children. Because he put the property in a trust, he was allowed to be buried on the property. A lot of red tape to get yourself buried on private property. But he managed that just before he died. So we'll go down, I'll show you where he's buried. A good photo of the tunnel from this angle. And the oldest bottle is 36 years old. they planted a cocoa tree on top of the road. So when the train goes past, say hi, it will go around the bend. You can't quite see the cross yet. So when we go around that curve there, up to my right, you'll see a yellow cross. It says Barry Brickell on the cross because he likes red wine. So just wait for the train. Safety thing.
When we got back to the Hoki Mai crossing loop, we crossed paths with Linx again.
Ça avait je crois, un des trucs qui m'a le plus fait chier, genre, pas dans les mécanismes, mais dans la ça me dérangeait pas de baiser. Bah écoute, la date je suis assez précis. Déjà, je suis plus passé. Oui, il y a des canons, mais juste, on voit qu'il y avait un
All these cuttings here, he dug out by himself. Shovel, pick, wheelbarrow. This is where all the zip liners get dropped off. They get a train right up to here. They walk up to there, up that ramp there. The youngest person to come on the zip from the age of 6 upwards. And just a while ago we did 90, well, come on, 91. A lot of zip lines around the country go so far, because our team like our one's got a slight gradient. Coming under the bridge very well. This one is very
vraiment aucun indicateur précis qui donne. Quand tu avec plein de gens, tu vois c'est bon. Tu vas essayer tu vas gagner à siffler, tu peux l'imaginer à poil.
left-hand side goes around to a lake. It's where Barry used to take his passengers for a few years in the 80s. But in the area or past the lake, he found the grades were too steep. They had to turn around, come back to here. He got his flasher, his instrument, and started to survey the way we just been. That goes in a couple of 100 metres, but too steep. my left. As that bottom wire goes up and down a lot, you know one's coming.
What you do there?
11 out of 10. Very good.
Hold the camera for it.
Okay, we'll come back down the station. If everything is fine, temporary close to booking and action. And young lady's going to check all the trains. Lots of different kilns for the potters, wood-fired, gas, electric kilns.
On a bien fait qu'on fait le matin, tu vois, comme ça, on est tranquille.
Snake didn't hang around for too long before heading back up the mountain. This was at the height of summer, while Snake and Linx were working together to provide a service running every 45 minutes. Not bad for a line of this nature.
Back up very close to the kiln on my right. Yeah, press me.
Linx returned to the station only 24 minutes after Snake's departure. And thus ends my look at the Driving Creek Railway as it operates in January 2024. The ticket cost me 39 New Zealand dollars, and I think I got good value for money here. I hope you've at least found this video informative, and I can easily recommend visiting this railway yourself if you're ever in the area.